Have you ever been like laser focused on something and then someone points out you missed something huge? Like right there.
Oh, absolutely. It happens all the time.
Well, that's what we're diving into today. It's called inattentional blindness. We've got some interesting material here.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating area. Basically looks at how our attention shapes what we actually perceive.
We'll try to unpack how selective attention works, touch on that famous gorilla study,
Ah, the gorilla experiment. Yes, a classic.
and look at multitasking, the risks in real life, and maybe if we can even get better at noticing things.
Sounds good. It really gets to the heart of a key limitation in how we experience the world.
Okay, so let's start there. What exactly is inattentional blindness? Lay it out for us.
Right. So, in simple terms, it's when you fail to notice something fully visible, often unexpected, just because your attention is tied up somewhere else. Your eyes might technically see it.
But your brain just doesn't clock it.
Exactly. It doesn't process it consciously because you're busy with another task.
Huh. So how do researchers actually test for this? It sounds tricky.
Well, a typical method is to give people a very specific task to focus on visually. Then, while they're doing that, something unexpected is introduced into the scene.
And you see if they notice it. Which brings us to the gorilla.
Precisely. The gorilla in the room experiment.
Yeah.
It's probably the most famous demonstration.
Yeah, refresh your memory on that one. How did it work again?
Okay, so participants watch this short video. There are two teams, one in white shirts, one in black, passing basketballs.
And the job is just to count the passes for one specific team, right? Like the white team.
Exactly. Focus on the white team, count their passes. But partway through the video, someone in a full gorilla costume walks right into the middle of the players, thumps its chest, and walks off. Takes about 9 seconds.
9 seconds. That's not subtle.
Not at all. But the amazing finding was that roughly half the people who did the counting task completely failed to notice the gorilla.
Wow. They just didn't see it, even though it was right there.
Didn't see it. Because all their mental energy, their selective attention, was glued to counting those passes. The gorilla was like irrelevant information for the task.
So that's selective attention in action then. Focusing so hard on one thing filters out everything else.
That's the core idea. Our attention is a limited resource. To handle a task effectively, our brain prioritizes information related to that task and essentially ignores or filters out stimuli that aren't relevant, even a giant gorilla.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about when we try to pay attention to multiple things? Multitasking. Does that mess us up even more?
Oh, absolutely. It dramatically increases the chances of missing things. When you split your attention, say, between driving and checking a text message,
Yeah.
your focus on the road is compromised. You have less attentional capacity available for noticing, I don't know, a cyclist pulling out or the car ahead braking suddenly.
Right. That makes it sound much less like a fun party trick and more like a real danger.
It absolutely has serious real-world consequences. Driving is a big one, obviously.
Yeah.
Missing pedestrians, traffic signals.
Yeah.
But think about aviation, too. Pilots missing a crucial warning light. Or police officers potentially overlooking vital evidence at a crime scene because they're focused elsewhere. Even in medicine.
Medicine? How so?
A doctor intensely focused on one aspect of a scan might potentially overlook an unexpected anomaly elsewhere on it. It's about that narrow focus.
Is there anything specific happening in the brain, sort of mechanically, when this filtering happens?
Yeah, broadly speaking, networks involving the frontal and parietal lobes are key for controlling attention. They help us focus and suppress distractions. When we concentrate hard, these filtering mechanisms get, well, very efficient, maybe too efficient sometimes.
Can we do anything about it, like train ourselves to be less blind to the things we're not looking for?
There's some research exploring that. Maybe certain types of awareness training could help broaden our attentional spotlight a bit. But honestly, our attention capacity is fundamentally limited. It's probably more about being aware of this limitation and being mindful, especially in high-stakes situations.
Is this the same thing as change blindness? I feel like I've heard that term too.
Good question. They're related, but different. Inattentional blindness is missing something that's there but unexpected. Change blindness is failing to notice a change in something over time, often when there's a brief interruption like a screen flicker or an eye movement, like not noticing your colleague got a haircut.
Got it. Okay. And one last thing, do our emotions or like what we expect to see play a role?
Definitely. Strong emotions like fear or anxiety can really narrow your focus, and expectations are huge. We're much more likely to notice things we expect to see, and conversely, miss things that are totally unexpected, even if they're obvious.
So, pulling this all together, the main takeaway seems to be that our attention is powerful, but really limited. Focusing hard on one thing means we inevitably miss other things.
That's the essence of it, yeah. And sometimes those things we miss can be pretty important.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Maybe pause and consider moments where you might have been super focused and perhaps missed something right under your nose.
Exactly. Just being aware that this happens is a good first step. Being a bit more conscious of where our focus is, particularly when it really counts,